This video is made possible by North Naperville Autos. If you're looking for a quality used car in the Chicagoland area, North Naperville Autos is here to help. Browse their inventory at northnapervilleautos.com and drive home in a new vehicle today. Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 1992 Mercedes 500 SL. Up front is a 5.0 liter V8 and down below is a 4-speed automatic transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this here 500 SL because I really haven't driven anything like it. I haven't dealt much with Mercedes from this era, the early 90s, and so I'm excited to finally get that under my belt. But before we get on with the rest of the video, if you are looking to help out the channel, there are some awesome links in the description below. One is for Cash for Cars if you're looking to sell your vehicle, get a quote, help the channel. We also have the fixed OBD2 Bluetooth sensor to help diagnose your car. Buy one, help the channel. And we have con plates. If you don't want to drill holes in your front bumper but still need to display your license plate, you can suction cup it to your windshield, and when you buy one, you help out the channel. Thank you to all the sponsors of this video, but let's get on with it. Let's get back to that 5.0 liter V8 making 322 horsepower. Well, it's not a slouch, but it's not exactly fast. This isn't really a sports car. It's a V8 for the sole reason of being a big, floaty, luxury vehicle. That being said, 322 horsepower is not bad, and you gotta love a V8 two-door roadster. You just do. Yes, this is a convertible. However, I won't be taking the top down in this video for two reasons. The first one is that it has this hard top on it, which makes taking the soft top down ridiculously hard. And although this recently had the mechanism for the power top replaced, they go out very easily. They're very fragile, so I don't want to really deal with it too much. Like I said, paired to it is an automatic transmission, and it feels weird. It's not really shifting. It's not really happy to shift. It's not great. Honestly, it feels pretty tired, and I guess, yeah, it's coming up on 30 years old, but it's also only has 68,000 miles on it, so I feel like it shouldn't necessarily be in that sort of disrepair, but here we are. Last but not least, the 500 SL is rear-wheel drive. So let's talk about the interior. We do have some interesting parts in here. Well, in front of me, I have a bunch of different gauges. I feel like a pilot. On the far left, I have my fuel. Then I have my MPG, coolant temperature, and oil pressure. Then I have my speedometer in the middle, tachometer to the right, which is in double digits as opposed to single, and then I have a clock to the far right. Then I do get my outside temperature down below, and of course my warning lights. On the steering wheel, I don't have anything. I have the horn buttons, but that's it. I don't get any sort of radio buttons or anything of that nature. To the left of me, I have my headlight, fog light switches, and my parking brake. And on the door, I do have 3 different memory seat options as well as my actual seat adjustments. And the lock and unlock switch is a weird sort of thumb switch up towards the top, which is very, very strange. Moving into the center, I have 2 climate control vents with their settings down below, and then I have the actual climate controls themselves. These are very, very weird climate controls. The automatic button is huge, way bigger than it needs to be, for apparently no reason. And then I also have my fan speeds, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, which is very weird. And I have these arrows and this, it's very, very strange. It's unlike any modern climate controls that we have. And honestly, I've driven a lot of 90s cars. I've driven a lot of 80s cars. It's unlike any of those. Mercedes was on their own sort of thing when they designed this climate control series. Then I do have a Mercedes-Benz radio. Comes with a tape deck, of course. I have all my AM and FM settings, scan, seek, volume, things like that. Down below the radio, I have my rear defroster, my hazard button, as well as I have 2 interesting switches. So on the left, this is the snow tire button. I don't think I've ever been in a car that actually had a snow tire setting, but the 500 SL does, which is pretty unique. Then I have a switch for the power roll bar. That's right, when you do adjust the power top, you can also raise a roll bar. Then I have a little cubby, and I have the shifter and the power mirrors. Then I have my adjustments for the power top. This is the power mechanism for the convertible top, and what's interesting is that if you look at the button, it kind of actually looks like a convertible top. But it does have a power folding top. I believe there's some 16 pistons that work together to make the power top happen. And then I have my window switches. Like most German cars, it's very common to have the window switches actually down at the bottom. It's actually pretty common to have the window switches down by the shifter. The shifter itself feels okay. It kind of feels actually a little flimsy, a little plasticky, a little 90s-y. However, I think it looks presentable, and it's fine for the era. I do have this added Pioneer CD player, which you can control down here, but very period correct, but not really factory. And then I have two openable cubbies. Down at the bottom, I have an ashtray and cigarette lighter, and then up towards the top, I have a cup holder. So we'll do a big friggin' bottle test here in the 500 SL, and it fails. Not only because the cup holder is not wide enough, but it's at a weird angle where the actual top of the cup holder kind of hits the top of the bottle. So the 500 SL from 1992 fails the big friggin' bottle test. Then I do get a little armrest. I can adjust, bring it out a little bit or bring it back. And then we got to talk about the seats. The seats are finished in this nice tan leather that's found throughout the rest of the interior of the SL. And I think that they're really, really comfortable. These feel very, very premium. It feels very Mercedes to me, which I always like. However, it looks like I should get back seats in the 500 SL. I actually don't. This is just a sort of storage area, which I'm glad I don't have to shove myself back there. With that being said, let's pop around the back and take a look at the trunk. So now we're on the back of the 500 SL. You actually hit this in. This is actually a button to pop the trunk. And here it is. Nothing really too crazy, but for having a convertible top, this is actually pretty nice trunk space. You know, comparing it to a Miata or anything else with a power folding top, this is a ton of trunk space. You could fit a golf bag in here or anything of that nature, which is really, really nice. Now we got to talk about the looks, and I really love the look of this 500 SL. I really, really do. I think it's a stellar looking Mercedes. Very, very period correct. Very late 80s, early 90s. I feel like I'm in like an 80s, 90s movie where I'm dating the love interest of the movie and I'm like, let's go, babe. You know what I mean? Like standing up against the car and then I'm the bad guy and I end up losing the girl to the main character. Or I feel like the rich girl in a Hallmark Christmas movie. Sort of has that ambiance too. It also makes me feel like Biggie Smalls because this is just that era, and I'm sure one of his songs mentions a 500 SL. I can't name it off the top of my head, but I'm sure you know. So let's get to my final thoughts here on the 500 SL. I think it's a really cool luxury coupe. It is very unique to have a 5-liter V8 two-door roadster. You don't really see that all that much. However, I have to be honest, my experience has not been that pleasurable. The car feels like it doesn't really want to shift. The engine isn't really happy. From what I've been told, the reliability of these is pretty poor. The convertible top breaks easily. They have electrical nightmares, electrical gremlins. But hey, at the end of the day, you have little headlight wipers that are the cutest little things. So I guess it's not all that bad. Do I think these are cool? Yes. Do I respect the people that own them and drive them and maintain them? Of course. Would I buy one? No. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to North Naperville Autos for letting me take out their 500 SL. This was really eye-opening. I love the look of this thing. They have 2 of them for sale right now, and they have tons of other great quality vehicles. If you're looking to buy a used car, North Naperville Autos should be your first stop. They are absolutely awesome. Ignacio and David are really down to earth. They'll find the right car for you, and if they don't have it in stock, they'll certainly find it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.